Despite being just a few minutes north of Caloundra's busier beaches, visiting Currimundi is a bit like stepping back in time. The calm waters of Currimundi Lake are filled with families swimming together, and just a few metres away, walkers and their dogs explore the pristine beach. It hasn't lost the old-fashioned charm. Currimundi's Conservation Park is another case in point. It preserves a large area of Wallam Heath, which was once common along the coast. It's a favourite walking spot for visitors and locals, like Karen Jones.
It's so lovely to have these areas to enjoy, isn't it?
It is wonderful, and it's thanks to pioneers like Kathleen MacArthur who fought to save this area. Otherwise we'd be walking through probably a concrete jungle.
And at the time she was considered a radical, wasn't she?
Yeah, a lot of people had a lot of difficulties with her. You know, she eventually was lauded as a hero, but certainly at the time she was a very out there person.
Kathleen MacArthur was one of a small group of people who founded the Wildlife Preservation Society of Queensland in 1962. She fought hard for many years to make sure developers didn't remove the coast's natural charm and was named the Sunshine Coast Citizen of the Century in 2002.
It's a sanctuary for wildlife. You can hear the birds through here.
Absolutely, it's a haven for birds and reptiles particularly, yeah, and there's wildflowers galore in late winter and early spring, which are beautiful.
And our beaches are still beautiful and clean?
They sure are. Currimundi Beach won the cleanest beach in Queensland last year, so it really is something.
Let's head to the shoreline then.
Great.
Karen's not the only local who's exited the fast lane to settle in Currimundi. Ellen moved from Holland to fulfil her childhood dream of owning a B&B. She's created a 4.5-star experience, which is the only one of its kind on the beach side of Caloundra, and she welcomes guests with a European-style afternoon tea.
Of all the places that you've lived and worked in, why did you decide to settle on Currimundi Lakes?
We travel the world very extensively. And every time we came in Australia, we say, wow, this feels like home. Then we travelled north and came here to the Sunshine Coast, and we say, wow, this is a very nice place to live and to grow our family.
Currimundi Lakeside Bed Breakfast has 2 rooms, each with a unique style. One's named Rotterdam, after Ellen's home city. It can sleep up to 4 people. The other is called Val Thorens, after Ellen's favourite ski resort in the French Alps.
And the little sled, tell us about that.
The sledge is not from the French Alps, but from the Netherlands, where I'm originally from. When there was snow in the past in the Netherlands in winter, my mother carried me on that sledge to school, and we had a fun time going to school, and of course from school going home with that sledge.
Lovely, and now it's on the wall.
It's
Does
on
your
the
daughter
wall
try
now.
and take it on the grass?
A minimum of 2 nights starts at $420 for a couple, and that includes Ellen's delicious gourmet breakfasts. Ellen also organises a range of activities for guests, one of which takes place at another quiet spot around Caloundra. Blue Water Kayak Tours leads guests on half-day and full-day journeys of the North Coast's loveliest natural spots. Today, we're exploring Bells Creek.
There is something unbelievably relaxing about exploring a waterway like this by kayak, isn't there?
It's incredibly peaceful, and it is just amazing. And the more that I do it, the more I enjoy it. You just see more things. The more you look, the more you see.
And you're not in a hurry?
Never in a hurry.
Ah, it's lovely.
The faster you go, the less you tend to see.
You don't need any experience to join their tours, and kids of all ages are encouraged to come along.
So up to our left here, Soph, we've got the osprey nest. Now, the osprey is the only bird of prey in the world that lives solely on live fish, won't eat anything else.
Blue Water Kayak Tours also explore Pumicestone Passage and Bribie Island. Their full-day tour, which includes lunch, costs $130, and a half-day tour costs $65. Dean also offers family and group discounts. Now, if you're after more information about anything you've seen on today's show, then just write to us or check out the website. And if you're looking for more ideas for your next outing in the Great Southeast, hop on to the Queensland Holidays website. And don't forget to also try the Travel Train Holidays and RACQ websites as well.
Well, I'm not quite ready to stop exploring Bells Creek, but it is time for us to say goodbye. Thanks so much for your company. I hope we've given you some ideas to explore just off the beaten track next time you find yourself in Caloundra. And join us next Sunday at 5:30 as we take you out and about in the Great Southeast. Stay with us now though, 7 News is up next. Good night.
Champs had his opportunity this week, but on next week's show, I'm the one getting all creative as I explore the Gold Coast's artistic side.
I have to do that for the whole canvas? Yes. I think I better sit down.
Laurel takes tea at an Ipswich beauty spot, and Champs experiences Brisbane at night from atop the Story Bridge. The Great Southeast is produced in proud partnership with Tourism Queensland, Travel Train Holidays and RACQ. We drive vehicles supplied and serviced by the Motorama Group.
Pretend that it's not clay. We just, is that nice?